Hi, this is Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions. We are the online resource for GPs and pediatric dentists to learn more about orthodontics and how to incorporate it into their practice more productively. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit, just in case you missed it, about the new Invisalign iTero Element software upgrade and what that means for you and what that means for your practice. And if you missed the webinar this morning, I am going to show you some clips of it. It was incredible. Dr. Galler did a great job explaining and really just capturing why this software upgrade is just a game changer, to use his words. Incredible. So I'm going to show you a couple clips just to take that whole 42 minutes and summarize it into a few minutes on why, if you don't have an iTero Element, you should consider getting one. And if you have one, make sure to download that software upgrade. All right, we'll go ahead and start here.
Real time. So she's just moving the wand very gently over those teeth and scanning them out. Now, a couple things I want to point out to you. If you're looking at the iTero screen, you can see that as she's scanning, it's coming out in color. This is a nice upgrade that was just done for Invisalign. Previously, Invisalign used to scan, it used to look like a yellow model, but now it comes up in real time. So if you look, you can see that it is looking perfectly like a person's real teeth. It has a real live simulation to it. Patients like that a lot, as well as dentists like that. You know, it kind of gives a real feel to what you're doing. You can see how easily she's just manipulating all the way around. We're going to get all the corners of all the teeth. The other thing you might be noticing is as she passes over an area, if there's an area that has a missing spot, there's something called scanning optimization. Scanning optimization means as she's scanning over a spot, if she misses a spot, or if there's a spot that's a little bit unclear, it will come up as purple. And that'll be a quick indication to her, hey, I got to double back and just get that.
So that was a great summary about the color upgrade and the scanning optimization upgrade. So hopefully if you have any questions about that, let me know. The other part I wanted to go over with you is about GPT. He's kind of calling that the GPS for Invisalign or iTero, where it tells you what goal you're trying to get and if you got there in a nutshell. So we'll go ahead and take you there and he'll explain it perfectly. Here we go.
For stage 11, which is where he should be today. I think that's what we're up to. Trays, yep. 11s. And going through that. Now, let's go through some other terminology while waiting for that. There's also something called, so we've done optimized scanning, we've done progress assessment or progress tracking or GPT, 3 different names for it. We also have something called the outcome simulator. Let's say Chris was a new patient and we weren't sure how it was going to look with Invisalign, or Chris wasn't sure what it was going to look like. What I could do after I scan it is click on something called the outcome simulator, and it will give me kind of a rough version of what his ClinCheck will look like one day. And then I could show it to the patient, I could send it to Costa Rica, and I could actually send it to the patient. So nowadays, we can have an exact look of how the ClinCheck's going to look. All right, I see that the system has found Chris, and when we started, I'm going to click download the treatment plan. It's found Chris in the Invisalign system. It knows what his teeth are supposed to look like, and now it's going to run a simulation to grade us. Now there's going to be 3 different colors that come up on the simulation. A green color means that the tooth has completed its movement and is in the right spot. A yellow color on a tooth would indicate that the tooth is 90% of the way there, but maybe needs a little bit of a refinement to kind of touch something up. And a gray would mean that we didn't 100% complete the movement. Maybe we're 70%, 65%, and we might want to go and do a refinement on that. So here it is. Let's take a look and let's read what the computer is telling us. So here was Chris's teeth. Here's what they're supposed to look like. And here's what they do look like. And you can see it's reading that that front tooth in the middle there is nice and green. There are no grays on the bottom. Every tooth on the bottom is where it's supposed to be, and this is a successfully completed treatment. So I could say with complete confidence, both by looking at his teeth and by running the GPT, that Chris's teeth are on the lower are officially done. Congratulations, Chris. You have completed the lower treatment. Now, let's take a look at the top treatment. Let's see how we did on the top. So here we are on the top. This is what his teeth are supposed to look like. and here's where they are now. So you can see my top is reading that both of the lateral incisors are coming up gray, which means that we didn't 100% complete the movement. And even though my eye can't see it, in the ClinCheck, it looks okay, and even the tracking looked pretty good, the computer's saying, nah, David, you're about 5 to 10% off on those teeth, and it's probably worthy to do a little bit of a refinement just to move those teeth a little bit more. Now, it can actually break down the movements for you. So if I look at the tooth, I can see number 7 is missing a little bit of buccal lingual inclination, and number 10 is also missing a little bit of buccal lingual inclination. Now, the teeth did move, and I could see that number 10 did successfully translate to the buccal. That's indicated by a green over here. Can everyone see that green? That green means that that number 10 tooth perfectly moved out to the buccal the way that it was supposed to, and it was also supposed to rotate. Can everyone see over here? I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. This number 10 was doing a couple of movements. It was rotating out. You can see how it's a little underlapped over here, and was also coming to the buccal. Both of those movements, the rotation to the mesial and the translation to the buccal, those have both happened very nicely. You can see that with the green here and the green here. But the buccal lingual inclination, that root torque that I was looking for in this case, didn't happen 100%. How do I know that? The gray. And even if my eye can't see it, the computer's saying, Dave, there was a little bit of buccal root torque that just didn't happen in this case. No big deal. I got 2 out of the 3 in the first round. I'll just go back and do a refinement now. But when I do a refinement, I'm able to tell the technician exactly what I want. I want buccal root torque of tooth number 10. The technician will be like, how did you know that? How did you know that that was the one detail that was missing? Easy. I got the GPT here. It tells me exactly what I'm missing and exactly where I am. Should I fool around with tooth number 10 rotation? Nah. Do I have to fool around with tooth number 10 translation? No. Do I have to do a refinement of the lower? No. Everything is exactly where I want it to be. I need about 10 more degrees or so of movement on the upper laterals, number 7 and 10. This is a genius device. This takes all the guesswork out of Invisalign. Now, we not only do this at the end of the treatment, we also are going to do this about every 10 weeks. So every 10 weeks when he comes in, before I even come into the room, my assistant Natasha is going to scan him in where he is at stage 5, at stage 10, at stage 15, at stage 20. And when I come into the room, I have a report card right there telling me where I am in the case. These movements are working well. These movements aren't working well. This tooth is slowing down. Now, a slowdown would look like yellow. So we have 3 colors. We got green, we've got gray or black, and then we have yellow. So in my case here, everything came out with the right movement except for 2 parts of one.
That's incredible. I think Dr. Galler couldn't say it any better. I appreciate his enthusiasm. This is an incredible piece of technology. And if you haven't incorporated it into your practice and you're doing Invisalign, it's certainly the way to go. You're going to sell way many more cases. You're going to get better outcomes in a shorter period of time. It's totally worth the investment. And if you're a GP, you can use it for a million other things. If you're not sure what you can use it for, please message me on LinkedIn or send me an email, info@straightsmilesolutions.com. You can visit my website, www.straightsmilesolutions.com. We're here to tell you about scanners and about ortho and about how you can increase your production. We're not affiliated with any one scanner system. We just happen to love the iTero Element, and we want to tell you about it. And thank you, Invisalign. I don't think you knew that I was going to use your video, but it was so great. I had to share it with everyone. All right. Have a great day, everyone.